Yo,
Hello.
what's up, everybody? I'm here with JorisYo and Destabilize, and we'll be playing through the forest area of the ROM hack called Kaizoman. So the community of the Rayman 1 speedrunners came together and created like really hard versions of every single level and screen in the game, and we're gonna show off the first few levels of this. So I'm ready. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I'm ready when you're ready.
All right, so let's start the timer in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Good luck!
And so first thing you see, the level they entered is not Pinkplant Woods, in fact, it's the Fairy Glade. How interesting. they also changed the name of the levels. And so if you're the Rayman, the screens are sort of similar, but not really. Usually you would be able to just go to the end sign here, but they have to go to the left to hit the trigger to trigger the end sign. And this might seem easy, it is not. I mean, those first platforms are okay, but that damage boost on the Piranha is extremely precise, actually, and they have to do it twice, otherwise they would die and have to restart the level. But thankfully, no deaths here for either runners. That was actually impressive, yes.
You also might notice we're using a in-game timer as well. That basically just automatically removes the loads, which is kind of cool.
Shoutouts to Ray Carrot, by the way, for
Absolutely.
most of that.
Oh.
So this is the first clip of the game. I don't know if Joris wants to explain how that works.
Yeah, basically, so the idea of how the Kaizoman came to be is to use a lot of the speedrun tech and have actually the player be forced to use them. And clipping can be done on any ground tile that is basically at an angle where between a diagonal platform and a flat platform. And you need to do frame perfect inputs to basically go to the right or to the left and then press down basically at the angle. And you also need to not have enough ground under it to be able to clip. And some of them are required. So here you can see on Destabilize's screen a mechanic where the tall living stones get the plum on their head and then you can jump on them. And yeah, that's also a tech that we discovered. You can actually punch those and they can move platforms up and down. That's not really intended per se.
You only can punch them for the first few frames as well, otherwise you'll kill them.
Yeah, exactly. And here, that's a kind of a common theme in Kaizo. Some screams that are usually normal screams become auto-scrollers. And yeah, just the level layout is completely changed and it's forcing to use some strats. It's basically forcing you into using some advanced speed tech like punching that plum, going on it, punching and then jumping from the plum. And here he has to do it twice in a row. Meanwhile, Tex is making his way to the Bitzilla screen for punch.
Also, Destabilize made the entire forest. There's like a few levels were made by 863, a few levels were made by Cronky10. I made one level. There is Word of Wind that also made some levels. And then we have 863 as well that made some levels. So shoutouts to all of those people as well.
Yeah, so we did every single game in the actual Rayman game, so it's a lot of levels to do, so it's awesome getting everyone together to actually get it completed.
Yep. And it turned out pretty sick, if you ask me.
Yeah, so as you can see, it's easy to buy a few times in a row on the same thing.
You might
Like
also might... Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just kind of showing how difficult that game actually is.
Yeah.
Because the lack of checkpoints as well, and the fact that most of it is either auto-scroller or cycle-based. The HP as well. Usually you have to use all of your HP for damage boosts. Like, you can't get damaged otherwise.
You also might notice we don't have any lives. We have a death counter instead.
Yeah, exactly, because the lives are unlimited. It's just to count how many deaths you have. Also, something that is kind of present in the original game, but not... I guess it's amplified in the Kaizo, is the fact that abilities actually do restrain you quite a bit. Like, before you have punch, you cannot punch. Before you have hang, you cannot hang. But the level design makes it so that it's extra difficult to do the early levels without those. Now, that's an interesting thing that's happening on the Destabilize's screen. He's fighting visits, and a few things to note. First off, there is a second Rayman. This one is Dark Rayman. He doesn't have Dark Rayman's skin. I don't think that was technically possible to do, but he has the same properties, so that means he follows regular Rayman with a little bit of a delay, and he insta-kills you if he touches you, so you have to constantly move and constantly avoid Dark Rayman. And avoid visit as well.
There's a small glitch where you go straight up into the screen, which has happened then, which is kind of unlucky. Where you just fly straight up for a unknown reason. It happens in the normal game as well.
Unbelievable here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, Thex. Because in that game, like as you can see, both runners are kind of struggling in their respective screens at the same time. So it really is anyone's game until the very end.
Even at the very end, though, there's a weird trick there.
Yeah, especially the very end. The very last screen of the run actually has a very precise trick, but we'll get to there when we get there.
Finally.
Right, so what happened there? I died, but I also got the last hit.
Yeah.
So due to the mechanic of that screen, if we didn't remove the check at the end there, we'd be doing a little dance, which you can't do over thin air. So we had to kind of do an immediate check to end the level when we do the last hit. So that's why that worked just then.
Yeah, and Thex is actually not struggling where these steps struggled. So yeah, it might be closer than what we might think on the first glance. I guess I will take that opportunity to explain a bit more what happened in the visit fight. In the normal game, if you were able to gain height like you do in Kaizoman, you would be able to just loop hits on visit like here. It's just not possible because there is nothing to gain height in the normal game. So they didn't change visit's AI, is what I'm trying to get at. It just so happens that you can loop him if you are high enough. So that's what Thex is gonna try and do right here. And meanwhile, on this tab screen, you see an auto-scroller. Now, on the regular game, you might remember the Bizet auto-scroller, where you ride Bizet, but that would be way too easy, so just replace it with plums and some puzzles where you have to go back and forth platforms. I think there is a mandatory damage boost in that screen as well. Yes, it counted.
Crazy. Actually crazy.
Did you die while getting the last hit?
Yeah.
So that was a weird glitch.
Yeah, and just like that, they are on the same screen, actually.
That was crazy.
Now you might notice the cages. Obviously, for just this category, you don't need to grab any cages. But I believe runs have been done with all of the cages of the full game.
Yep, I have.
You have, yes.
Yep. And it's a lot of fun, let me tell you that. Ah, damn it.
It's a lot of fun, he says, then proceeds to die.
I mean, it is true. It's a lot of fun.
It is true.
Yeah. If you're curious, took me about 70 hours, I think, to beat it the first time around. So it basically gives you that first Rayman experience again when you play Rayman for the first time. Kaizoman is basically playing Rayman for the first time again. So that was a lot of fun for me.
Yeah, when we are speedrunners, that is.
Yeah.
Whoa, don't know how I survived that, but I'll take it.
Yeah, that was very close.
There, this might be okay. The auto scroll doesn't stop, so I have to be very quick before the screen kills me.
That was very close. That was very close. Unfortunate. But yeah, see here, for example, that platform then doesn't destabilize, doesn't have hang. So it would be way easier with those abilities, and the normal game doesn't really do that too much. It sort of blocks you before you get abilities, but not to that extent.
Time for Batilla's screen, and actually Batillas are normally very easy. Now it's actually a lot harder. It's actually really cool made.
Yeah, they usually act as pretty much tutorials on how to use your newly acquired powers. But here they turn into actual challenging screens.
Out of scrollers as well, yeah.
Yes,
Pretty
in
cool.
this case, auto-scroller, yeah.
Okay, that should be.
Ah, that was
That was just me
unfortunate.
being dumb.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you make a mistake on that plum, it's very hard to get back to the end sign.
Yes, everything requires very precise positioning.
The auto screen does like to kill you quite a bit.
Nah, it's fine, it's fine.
Yeah, as you can see as well, Rayman in general is pretty lenient with the auto-scroller borders, I guess.
Yeah.
Because usually there's some kind of texture, either water or whatever, but the actual bottom of the screen is where you would be dying.
So from boring auto-scroller here in the regular version, we now get a really challenging auto-scroller all the way up. Very nicely done.
Yeah, it scrolls much faster than the original as well.
Yeah, I think it's about twice the speed.
It kind of uses the same sprites, but it's made harder. Yeah, you have that plum mechanic that you're forced to use. Oh, I just realized, just like that, you are both on the same screen again. Actually.
Yeah, it goes back and forward easily enough.
I wonder what the second screen of the Swamps of
a hard one.
Forgetfulness, or Tyrazen's Lair in that case, looks like.
Yeah.
I think the second level was called the Swamps of Despair or something.
Shallows of Despair?
Oh, Shallows.
Yeah,
I think.
Shallows of
Shallows
Despair.
of
Yeah.
Despair. And
We
this
all-
is Tyrazen's Lair.
We all gave them custom names. Kind of funny.
Struggling getting the height at the moment to get onto this flower.
Ooh, okay.
How generous of Kaizoman to give you
A checkpoint.
a checkpoint.
Yeah, you kind of
That's
need
the
it here,
first
though.
one we saw.
You need it here, though.
Yeah.
There's a hard jump here. You kind of need to get pushed. Okay, nice. Pretty
Oh yeah,
hard.
and then you need to still use the same hammer.
Yeah, but
There we
that's
go.
fine. That's not too bad. Okay.
And that's how you see they... And yeah, that's pretty much what I was saying a bit earlier. The health is, for the most part, just planned. Like, even if you have 3 HP, you cannot be damaged because most of the screens require damage boosts. Another Dark Rayman screen. Yeah, it's hard sometimes to move around when Dark Rayman is chasing you. You have to find a way to go into a loop, pretty much. And here you use iframes, I believe, to escape Dark Rayman.
Yeah,
Because you,
something
you
like
sort of touched him, but weren't affected by him. Okay.
that.
We're
Yeah.
pretty much dancing with hitboxes.
Mm-hmm. Damn it. Need a lot of height from these to actually make it. Oh.
Yeah, we have a tech to have a lot of height from those types of platforms, but it involves the helicopter, which we conveniently don't have, right?
There we go.
Would be too easy otherwise.
Yeah, I'm struggling getting up here at the moment. I'm not sure why.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Hitboxes sometimes do that.
Yeah, I guess I was a little bit too far to the left. Happens, I guess.
I guess that gives Destabilize a chance to maybe close up the gap.
Yeah, this one has recently been changed, so it's like still kind of new to me, I guess.
Yeah, there are a few updates from time to time, like if people find the exploits or just to do some slight balance changes to make things just hard enough. Not impossible, but not giving anything away either.
Yeah, if I go any faster here, he might actually hit me on this one, so I choose to take it a little bit safe there. Need that height again. Go. Oof.
And yeah, if you are used to the normal level layout, you might realize it has actually nothing to do. It's usually just the very beginning and the very end of each screen looks similar. And it obviously uses the same sprites, like plums are common in the forest, so that's why... Oh...
No. You can't go too fast there, otherwise you get off again.
Yeah. Also, that small Mr. Dark icon that appears when Dexterra spawns is not actually in the original game, but I think it's tied to Dark Rayman somehow, and that's why it appears here.
But yeah, if you want to have any messages while we're both stuck on these screens, go ahead.
Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed, yes. We would like to remind everyone that we are raising money for Mind, which is a nationwide organisation committed to preventing mental health issues. Mind strives to provide support to individuals and families facing mental health challenges. All of your donations go towards Mind. We've currently raised €2,058. Absolutely fantastic. But please, please, please keep your donations coming in. And before I shut up, I must say, this game looks amazing. The skill level required to pull some of this stuff off is absolutely just out of this planet. It's brilliant. Really enjoying it. I hope everybody else is enjoying it too. Back to you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tim.
Yeah, indeed. No skill issue here.
So what I'm trying to do is die 50 times here for an RMG minute later on into the game.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening there. Also,
Nice.
you might have noticed by now, but there are some things they don't actually... Oh. Yeah, the things don't actually do much. They are mainly just there to tell the player where to go.
Quick dead abuse here, because we have to do some clip, and there's gonna be enemies upstairs, and yeah, they might kill me.
Yeah, so it's more convenient because it puts you back to 3 HP.
Yeah.
Funny enough, this trick is done in the tests of the any percent in Rayman, because it is slightly faster than what we do. And he's gonna do what's called the zip. And how you set up a zip is basically jumping onto an event and a normal platform. So events are platforms you cannot hang from. That was the zip, by the way. So platforms you cannot hang from, such as clouds, those flowers, the plums. Basically, you jump on it and on the ground tile at the same time, and it puts you in this glitched state where if you hold down and you crouch, basically you will zip through any ceiling. And so that's some advanced speed tech that is actually required with Kaizoman. That's one other example of that happening.
The focus is real.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything is so precise.
Yeah.
I am so tense just watching the gameplay.
Yeah, the thing is, if you get hit any one extra time, you have to redo the screen.
I wonder if you have to... No, okay. You don't have to do the... what's called the underpunch.
No. But you have to do this without taking damage, though. Otherwise, you have to do this screen again. There's one more damage boost coming up.
Yeah, so the health is very much routed by the game itself.
Yeah. Go.
That's another instance, I believe, of basically doing a strat that is required, or like an 80% strat is required here to clip through
Nice.
here. Or I guess you didn't clip, but you have to hit the trigger down there.
Yeah, just for safety, I jump back.
But you can actually, if you want to be like optimally fast, clip. But I don't think we are concerned with being optimally fast. Also, remember the game Flappy Bird? Well, that's Flappy Man.
Yep.
Flappy Man!
With a half helicopter.
Yeah.
A fun fact, if you look at the left side, then the helicopter is fine. But if you look at the right, like if you look towards the right, the helicopter is weird. So I don't think there is any time you use like Infinite Helicopter as small Rayman in the original game. So I don't think they bothered making that work properly.
I don't think so.
But here in Kaizoman, we can do what we want.
Yeah, I guess I can talk about speed locking, which you can actually do with Super Helicopter and Tall Rayman, not
Yeah.
with Small Rayman.
No,
It's basically just holding up or down keeps your speed locked, which can help because the Super Helicopter animation doesn't have the same speed at every frame. So if you speed lock on a fast frame, you go fast, basically. That's going to be used later in the run as well, this speed tech.
This screen is really nicely designed. Basically, there's like a huge set of, what is it? Water. And I have to spawn the platforms. And I have to get to certain areas in the game to spawn those platforms. It's kind of fun. Oh. Yeah, I have to stay ahead of this hammer, otherwise you will not be able to get it.
Yeah, there is one hammer that is shot, basically, and you have to use it multiple times for damage boost. So it's sort of a build your own auto-scroller situation, I guess. You could call it that.
There we go. And then we also use the vine to do a little boost forward, so we can make it.
Yes, if you buffer your jump from the vine, which you can do in this game, you can buffer jumps, then you do save a tiny bit of time, just a few frames. But here it is. Is it required actually?
What?
To vine boost?
Not sure actually on this part.
Might be possible without.
And the worst part.
It might as well be required.
Yeah.
It's possible without it, but it's very hard. You have to get like a double hang boost, which doesn't give you that much speed ahead of it. So very precise to get it. It's a lot easier to do it with Divine.
Yeah, I see.
Here there's like a ton of small little platforms, and I need to get the plum to bounce all the way to the right, which is not easy.
Yeah, I'm like hypnotized by this plum. I love plum strats in the normal run of Rayman. I think it's a great event, the plum.
It is.
You can do so many things with it, with just manipulating with your punches.
I go back to the left to respawn the plum faster, by the way. Come on, stay. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, because things spawn and have their cycles based on the camera, so that's
There
sort
we
of
go.
a camera manipulation.
Need to make sure to not get killed by those guys. Okay.
And yeah, here's another clip that is required to spawn the platforms, I assume.
Yep, all the platforms, and now we can actually move to the final boss.
I'm just heading into the last level now, so I'm a little bit behind, but last boss can be tricky sometimes.
True.
Yeah, the last boss has the same AI as in the vanilla game. However, there are 3 different elements. First off, you might notice that the floor is slippery and there are hunters shooting you. And the third thing is on the actual boss's attacks. He normally just throws his fruits down, but you can see here he throws some of them up. So those are like the 3 different things.
So I try to jump as much as possible so we don't actually have any notice of the slippery physics.
Yeah, because if you jump and you land without being without moving left or right, basically you cancel the slippery physics.
Which is very, very nice.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Thankfully on that screen you can afford to lose the HP. There is no required damage boost on that one.
Yeah, one more. Usually pretty stressful.
Yeah, that was very tight. Oh no!
He died, but
But you
Yeah.
died as well.
yeah,
So unlike the other visit fight, you can't actually cheese
Can't
it
cheese
with
it like
anything like
that.
that.
yeah.
Funny enough, there is a strat to double hit the both mosquitoes fights, but it only saves 1 second and costs 1 HP, so we're not doing that in Kaizoman.
No.
Even though it technically works, it's...
Also, I think if I beat him now, it will be a bit weird. That can happen during practice as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He will just instantly trigger the next part, I feel like. Let's see. I'm curious about it now. Normally, if you hit him for the last time, he like flies up and then comes falling down, right? I think something else will happen.
Oh,
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. I'm actually curious now.
Yeah, same. If it happens again. Okay. Can be very stressful sometimes to survive these hits.
Yeah, I can only imagine the heart rate at that moment. Be careful though. Meanwhile, Destabilize is making some progress.
I don't know.
Yeah, you need to be careful here not to take a single hit, otherwise you can't finish the level.
Oh yeah, on that specific screen you do need all of your HP. Indeed. Right, one more hit, but you still have 1 HP. Or like 2 HP, 1 HP to spare.
Yeah, see? Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. There you go.
It basically skips an
And now
animation.
it flashes in screen in a second. See?
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it's very weird. It's
So-
because you kill him and then you die, and then that happens after killing him again.
I guess.
It's very weird.
So you might be thinking, oh, that's all right, he beat the final boss, right? No, we still have a Batilla screen.
Yeah.
And this one introduces us to rings. And yeah, you can do some pretty nice stuff with rings in Rayman. So here is the speed locking tech that I was talking about. And it's coupled with what we call spamming the rings pretty much. You pretty much punch the ring and on the same frame, on just the next frame. Oh, nicely done, by the way.
That's time for me.
Congratulations.
GG.
And yeah, basically on the same frame, you also release the ring, and so that combined with speed locking lets you keep momentum. And the hot part about the trick that Dextera did is at the very end, you need to do an extra punch basically in the air, and then the knockback from the punch will actually hit the ring and give you a small boost while you are in thin air. And that is required to not hit the small fairies that turn you small.
There's me on the Flappy Bird screen now.
Yeah.
Let me just quickly show off the final fight in the game if we can get there.
Yeah, that's actually a great idea.
By the way, Tim, if you have anything to say, now is a great time.
Oh,
Like,
yes,
feel
I've
free.
always got
Feel
plenty
free to
say.
take the mic.
Yeah, I've always got plenty to say. Thank you very much
There
indeed.
you go.
So we would like to thank ESA for supporting the event and for allowing us to stream on their channel. By using your free monthly Prime Gaming subscription on the ESA channel, you can unlock access to a range of exclusive ESA and BSG emotes, while simultaneously showing support for both events. We'd also like to mention Rinabo, who are a plush maker and game developer who is currently working on Floating Wonderland, which is a retro-style 2D puzzle platformer that uses gravity to solve puzzles as you progress through several different stages. Wishlist it now on Steam and follow @Rinabo Games on Twitter for updates. And finally, if you wish to stay updated with our events, you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram under the handle BSG Marathon. You can get a behind-the-scenes look at the event and stay up to date with the latest news on our marathons, events, and more. We are also in the process of uploading all of our VODs to our YouTube channel, which you can find at youtube.com/BSG Marathon. Be sure to check it out. Back to you.
Thank you very much. Trying to find a password. I mean, if there, as long as the Destabilize is still going, I'm gonna try it.
I will try and go faster to stop you.
Yeah. It's a good plan.
As you tell, it's just really easy to fall behind if you get stuck on one specific trick. Sometimes it just
Yeah,
happens.
it's easy to get stuck on things.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get ahead of the hammer there, which can be
Yeah.
difficult.
But here you can actually see the importance of that vine boost. Like those few pixels that it boosts you forward by are actually can make or break the trick. Come on. I don't know about you guys, but I believe in Destabilize. Maybe we can give him a clap.
I know you mentioned it earlier on, but I would like to ask, could you maybe shout out some of the level creators again for this? Because honestly, this is an absolutely amazing piece of work, and the amount of effort that the Rayman community's put into this is really, really brilliant. So maybe a bit more credit to the creators, if we can.
Yes, absolutely. So Destabilize, who is here, Dextera, who is here, and other people who are not here, 863, Tronky10, Word of Wind, Ray Carrot helped a lot. I think that might be it.
Yeah, massive shout out to Ray Carrot.
Yeah,
He's been absolute insane on all the programming code related stuff on this game. Absolutely brilliant. He also made a practice ROM hack, like for the speedrunners, where we can just skip screens. We can even make sort of save states by placing a photographer wherever we want. It's actually insane.
Yeah, it's extremely convenient. That means we can actually practice on console, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And
All
also just he often looks into the code of the game whenever we have questions about how things work.
Okay, so this is the final boss fight. It's actually really cool. Left is right, right is left.
Oh, I didn't realize how far that went.
He also added a clown at the top.
Yeah, usually there are those flames, but they are pretty easy to dodge. With the added inverted controls and the clown that drops bombs, it's way harder. It already looks hard, but it's even harder than it looks.
The first time, it took me like 3 or 4 hours to beat it for the first
Yeah.
time ever. So
I can confirm, I tried this a bit myself. It's absolutely brutal.
yeah,
And you see here, Textera is going to finish the phase, right? Usually, there is a checkpoint here. Not in Kaizoman.
no.
So here, usually, if we were to die during those subsequent phases, we would just spawn back here. But that's not the case here.
Yeah, unfortunately, the plum fell in the water there before it got past the hunter.
Yeah, this is the hardest phase.
Yeah, basically in the normal game, you
There you
can
go,
sort
but-
of
That's kind of scary.
stun lock those enemies, but here you can't really do that with the clown.
Yeah.
I guess constantly throwing bombs
the-
at you.
Yep.
The plum despawned in the water somehow.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah, it happens. Things despawn if you are too far from them, or like if they are too far away from the camera, rather.
Can actually kill the clown at the end as well, which is very satisfying because he's been throwing bombs at us like constantly, and then you can actually kill him.
He also has a pretty annoying AI. It feels like almost he's expecting your movements as well sometimes.
Yeah, it's very, very weird indeed.
Alright, good.
You can also try this out yourself, by the way. You can freely download this ROM hack. Try
Yeah,
it
that
out.
is true. That is true.
Of course, own a copy of the game first.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, this isn't going too well. I'm happy to mercy kill if it gets on for going on for too long. Yeah, things aren't just not working out for today.
We can go until the estimate. Maybe you can. Yeah, you can still.
Yeah,
Seems to get it. You got this.
I'll not say it's never happened in practice, but you know.
The good old this never happened in practice.
Yeah.
That's okay. Maybe the real Kaizoman is the friends we made along the way. Also, here Textera is gonna attempt the stun lock, but yeah, you do have to move much more than on the regular strat. Oh, he missed the clown, that's bad.
Yeah, if you don't kill the clown, it's over.
That was the last enemy of the game, by the way.
Yep. And he has a lot more HP in this version too. There's a special way to actually get over him because you don't have run and you don't have and you're small Rayman. No
Yeah.
runs,
Whoa, I've never seen that before either. Did a weird auto jump which stopped me actually doing a full jump.
We actually made a lot of other ROM hacks as well, the community in general. We made a ROM hack where everything is slippery, so literally every, platform is slippery. We made one where everything, so the blue orbs, hit you or hurt you. Like there's a ton of ROM hacks around there.
There's one where the beginning sign and end signs of each screen are swapped as well.
Yeah, that one was really fun, for sure. And then, of course, we had to edit some levels, or well, 863 made that one.
Yeah.
We had to edit some levels to make that possible, because some levels are not possible to be swapped.
One of the other ones is the random effect ROM hack as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's a lot of fun as well.
Where all screens have some random effects like wind or things like that.
The wind.
Yeah. The wind is actually a thing that is still sort of present in the code, but wasn't used in the final game. Oh, that looks good.
Yeah, but I'm worried it's too much in the water again.
Ah, that was so close.
Usually you don't get it this far in the water. I'm just going flying at the moment. It's hard to get it when there's a piranha in your way. Might.
Yeah, this ROM hack is definitely really hard.
Yeah. Maybe if the host has anything to say, that would be a good time again.
Okay, yes, indeed. You are watching BSG Annual 2023, coming to you from the Hotel Asteria in Van Rij, the Netherlands. We are raising money for Mind, which is a nationwide organisation committed to preventing mental health issues. Now, if I can find... There we go. Right. So...
Oh, that was so close.
Oh,
sorry.
Very close there on the boss. Yep.
Go ahead, sorry.
Okay, no problem at all.
Yeah.
Worldwide, suicide ranks as the third leading cause of death in youth between 15 and 19 years of age, and it is the second leading cause of death for girls of this age group. Early recognition of mental health disorders is essential to reducing suicide rates, improving treatability and reducing the severity of severe illnesses, including depression, psychosis, eating and substance abuse disorders. Mind tries to help bring awareness by providing classes at school to inform youth on the topic, and through social media campaigns targeting youth to encourage them to be more open about mental health issues. All of your euros, all of your donations go towards supporting such an incredibly important cause. So thank you very much indeed, and please keep them coming in. Back to you.
Yeah, that was a very close attempt there.
Yeah, this time you hit the clown, but then the boss got you.
Yeah. If I had done this fight anywhere recently, I think it would have been better. I haven't done this fight in a long time. At least not the last part.
Yeah.
Oh, I had 1 HP. Yeah, the plum just keeps going in the water really far, and I'm not really sure how I can handle that. Yeah, I think time's about to run out soon without being able to do the boss fight.
Okay, surely this is it. Okay. Now we just need to hit him a million times.
Yeah. You see Textera trying to hit the boss a second time. You can actually frame perfectly get what we call double hits, like so. And you can actually chain them. So theoretically, if you were like insanely precise, if you had the precision of a task, you could just chain all of the hits. But it's common to have 1 or 2 double hits in a run, but having like triples is already pretty rare.
Yep. There is 1 or 2 people that have done 8 in a row, or is it just Ara?
I think Ara is the only one have done it in a run? Question mark? Maybe.
There it is.
Yeah, I think that's...
Very nice. Well done.
I mean, let's probably kill the run off there. I'm not going to have time to beat the boss, but it's pretty cool that we got to see the final boss fight anyway. So
Yeah, I
at least
really
one
like that
good thing
fight.
came out of it.
Yeah, very, very, very fun fight. It took me 4 hours to beat initially, but it's very, very satisfying, very fun boss fight. How the boss fight should have originally been, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Probably, yeah.
All right, that'll be all for right now. If you want to see more Rayman, you can come back on Saturday, which is the ending run. It's a trifecta relay race. We will all be part of it. We will be playing Rayman 1, Rayman 2, and Rayman 3 back to back. You really want to check that out. This is going to be at the end of the marathon. But that's it for me. Any closing words from you guys?
Just shout out to the Rayman community
Yeah,
and everyone that
exactly.
helped on the rum hack.
Yep.
And congratulations for winning the race.
Thank you.
Yeah.
GG's. All right, back to you, Tim. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. Can we get a big round of applause there for Destabilize and Dexterra? Absolutely brilliant. That was a gobsmackingly good display of skill. It really was. Thank you so much indeed for that. Absolutely brilliant. We are going to go away and take a quick intermission. And after that, we have for you The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, run by Genesis. So that is up next. Don't go anywhere. Cheerio for now.